Welcome to the English Skill Builders Hub. Today's topic is articles. There are two types of articles. One is indefinite article. A and an comes under indefinite article. And next one is the definite article. The is the definite article. Now let's discuss about the definition of article. An article is a word used before a noun to show which person or thing we are talking about. In simple way, an article comes before a noun to give more information about it. Indefinite article is used before a noun when we are talking about any one person or thing, not a specific one. Example, I saw a dog, she ate an orange. We are talking about any one, not a specific one. Next, come to the definite article. The definite article is used before a noun when we are talking about a particular or specific person or thing. Here there is a particular thing or a specific thing. Example, the dog is barking. In this example, we are saying about particular dog, that dog is barking. Another example, I read the book you gave me. So we are reading a book, the particular book we are reading, that is somebody gave to us. In simple terms, a or an is used for any one, not specific one. The we should use for particular one or specific one. Rules to follow while using articles. A and an before singular countable nouns we should use. And a is used before a consonant sound should not focus on the letter. An is used that begins with vowel sound, not the letter. So you should not focus on the letter, just focus on the sound. Here an is used for the vowel sound, that is a, e, I, o, u. These are the vowels, but the sound you have to check a, e, I, o, and also u pronounced like a, not u. Words starting with vowels but having consonant sound. See the example, a one-eyed man. Here one sounds like one, not o. In the same way, see the second example, a European country. Here European sounds like U, not E. If the first letter is silent, choose the article by the sound you hear. Example, an hour. Here H is the consonant letter, but it sounds like A, not Ha. H is consonant letter, but it sounds like vowel sound. That is the reason we used an hour. Next one, a house. Here H is spoken and H is a consonant and the sound is also consonant. Ha, not A. That is the reason we used A. Before abbreviations, we should use based upon the sound A or an. Example, MBA. There are two sounds are there in M. One is A and the other one is Ma. So the first letter is A. That is the reason we used an MBA. See the second example, UNO. The letter is vowel letter U, but it sounds like consonant. The sound of U should be A, should not be U. If the sound is A, then only you should use an, otherwise you should use A. Use a or an before singular countable nouns when the meaning is general, not particular. This means we are talking about any one of that thing, not a specific one. Use a before a word that starts with a consonant sound. Example, a teacher should be patient. Here, teacher, that is that T starts with consonant letter and also consonant sound. That is the reason we use a. And also it is saying in a general sense, that is all the teachers should be patient, that is the meaning, not a particular teacher should be patient. See the second example, an apple is good for health. Here apple, that is the letter A and also sounds vowel sound. That is the reason we used an, and also it is saying about not a particular apple is good for health. In general sense, any apple is good for health. When two or more people or things share the same one thing, we use a or an before the noun. Example, these students are of a level. It means all the students are at the same level. The two brothers are of an age. It means both are of the same age. Another example, my mobile and my sister's mobile are of a brand. It means both the mobiles are of the same brand. A or an is used to show oneness, that is same between two or more persons or things. In the sense of every, a or an is used with a singular countable noun to show each member of a class taken one by one. Example, a rupee has 100 pice. The meaning is each rupee has 100 pice. That is, every rupee has 100 pice. In the same way, see the second example. The machine runs at a speed of 120 kilometers an hour. Here the meaning is every hour the machine needs a speed of 120 kilometers per hour. When we talk about someone or something for the first time, the listener or reader does not know which one we mean, so we use a or an. First time mentioned there we should use a or an based upon the sound. I saw a dog on the road. She met an engineer at the office. This is the first time, that is the reason we use a or an. Second time mentioned there we should use the. I saw a dog on the road, that is the first time. The same dog that was barking, so we should use the for the second time. In the same way, see the second example. She met an engineer, so we used an based upon the vowel sound. She met an engineer is the first time, the engineer helped her is the second time. So, second time we should use the, first time we should use based upon the sound, vowel or consonant. Material objects are called uncountable nouns, those things we cannot count directly, like water, rice, gold. To talk about their quantity, we can use a or an based upon the quantity expression. Materials are uncountable nouns, then how can we use a or an? Because the material itself is uncountable, but the container or measure or unit is countable. Example, a glass of water, a kilo of rice. Here glass is the container, so we can use as countable. That is the reason we should use a or an based upon the sound. Before a singular noun used as an example of a class. When a singular noun is used to represent an entire class or group, we use a or an based upon the sound. One single person or thing is named as, that one stands for all of that kind. Example, a cow is a useful animal. Here, the cow means not one single cow, all the cows. In the same way, a rose is a beautiful flower. It represents all the roses, not a single rose. And a or an is used before names of professions when referring to a person's occupation. Example, she is an engineer, her sister is a nurse. Based upon the sound, we should use a or an. We use a or an before numbers or quantity expressions. Here the number means one or per. There are a dozen eggs in the basket. A dozen is equal to 12. He stays there for 100 days. 100 is equal to 100. In the same way, a or an used with the fractions. Example, a half of the cake is gone. Here half represents the whole part of the cake. A or an with rate or speed. Example, the car runs at 60 kilometers an hour. It means per hour the car runs 60 kilometers. And a or an with measurements, that is distance, weight, time. Example, the bag weighs a kilo. A kilo means per kilo. And a or an with approximate quantity. She took a little time to decide. There is no exact time here. A little represents approximate time. When Mr. and Miss is used for a person, if the person is a stranger or unknown person, we use a before Mr. and Miss. Example, a Mr. Sharma called you this morning. Because we do not know who Mr. Sharma is, then we should use a. Don't use a or an when the person is known, that is familiar, already known. Example, Mr. Sharma is our teacher because you know Mr. Sharma because he is your teacher. And see the another example, Miss Rao lives next door. Remember the key point. If you know the person, you should not use any article. If you don't know the person, we should use article A. And an is completely wrong. You should not use an because Mr. is the consonant sound. M letter sounds consonant. The article a is used only when referring to an unknown person. An is never used before Mr. and Miss. Some nouns look plural but their meaning is singular. These nouns are called plural form singular nouns. Nouns that appear plural but act as singular. When such a noun is countable and refers to one unit, we can use a or an before it. The form is plural, the sense is one single thing. Example, a crossroads, one place where roads meet. There is a crossroads near the village. A series, one set or one group. This is a very popular TV series. A species, one type of plant or animal. This is a rare species of bird. Species and series have singular forms and plural forms. So we can use this species is rare, these species are rare. But the form or shape of the word is the same for singular and plural. Example, scissors, jeans, trousers does not have a singular form. These scissors are sharp. This is the plural verb. These scissors is sharp. It is wrong. If we can use articles for the scissors, jeans, trousers, we should use a pair of scissors, a pair of jeans, a pair of trousers. Abstract nouns are normally used without articles when they are used in general sense. Example, honesty is the best policy. Beauty lies in simplicity. There we should not use any article because it talks about general sense. And also it talks about the idea as a whole, not as an example. When we should use a or an to the abstract noun. When the abstract noun becomes countable. Example, courage is admirable. This is the general sense, so that is the reason we should not use any article. See the second one. He showed a courage that inspired everyone. This is one special kind of courage that inspires everyone. There we should use article. See the another example. She spoke with a confidence that impressed the judges. It means one noticeable kind, that is the level of confidence that judges impressed. There we should use article. I hope so you understood the indefinite articles. In the coming video we will discuss about the definite article, that is the.